Hello everyone, after a short delay, that is 30 minutes, we're finally in the game. And today I'm casting here with Vasco, hello.
Hello, hello.
Alrighty. Vasco, you can take over, I need a few minutes to set up.
Okay, as we can see Okay, let's talk about the bans and the rights to bet the strongest races of those teams. Right to refers to Power BI and the stats from the Power BI. And the strongest race of Suma is Amazons and Egyptians. And he decided, what was quite interesting, to ban Roman and Asians and left choice for ZWQ to pick between the Romans and Amazons. So both guys decided to play Romans. From the other side, we have Rules and Captain Obvious. They both are playing the Amazons. The bans look like that Rules decided to ban Romans and Egyptians, and between Egyptians and between Amazons and Asians, Captain Obvious decided to play the Amazons. The spots are quite far away from both mirrors, so it looks like we are going to play quite a long game.
Yeah, I agree, and there's quite a bit of mountain, more in the north, although I would say. And yeah, as you said, Suma banning Egyptians, quite a surprise for me as well. Maybe they thought that our Polish guys have something prepared, and that's why they decided to ban that very aggressive race nonetheless.
Yeah, that could be possible for them. But what is interesting, and I will try to another time to refers to the Power BI, our team, the team from the ZWQ. The average score is a bit higher from the Suma's teams. It looks like they have averaged 7.48 to 7.16 of Suma. But we need to remember that stats are not playing, the players do. So last time it also looked like this. It also looks similar because the Suma's teams against the New Full Exchange also were weaker, and they beat them.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I think Suma's score is Suma is a bit underrated in the ranking. I'm not sure why. Maybe he just doesn't play that much. Maybe he just doesn't care. But we'll see how the game progresses right here. I think he's a very, very strong player. Although a bit rusty because he's not been playing that much.
Yeah. I think also he's undervalued.
Let's take a look at the spots roughly. ZWK and Rules, they took green. They both green, although Rules is a bit lighter. ZWK has a bit of a difficult starting position. There's plenty of stone and wood, however not enough space to build anything close by, and we can see he's already setting up perimeter around his base and protecting himself from spies. Although I don't think he realizes there's a pathway to the left, so he needs to seal that off as well. And let's see what they decide to go for. We know that Rules and ZWK are very crafty players. They like to prepare builds for certain games, so let's see what they cooked up for this one.
What do you think about the hill near the Suma's first tower? Do you think he can use it for the good wineries?
Well, it's difficult to say. Maybe he can fit like another one, like above the one that he is already building. They should be fine. Let me check. Yeah, he can fit in two, maybe even very good wineries. Although he prefers to build a stone cutter, where I would build the winery probably.
Yeah, both spots are similar, but where the Sumas can possible to pick to place the smelter and the smith. The ZWQ need to place his winery, so they need to exchange the place for the buildings.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if Because if they're preparing, if the either Roman will play aggressive, they need to go out over the mountain, I feel like, to build the first weaponsmith even. Because the WQ will not have enough space to place it.
Do you think that it's possible to play aggressive on spots that are placed so far of each other?
I mean, the Amazons are quite close. Usually you want to send weapons to Romans. I'm not really sure. Maybe if the Roman is aggressive and goes towards the Amazon, then they can try some aggression. But I'm not really sure if it would work. Because the other player is far away too, so if they don't spot it in time, he will be out of position for help. So it works both ways.
Maybe let's have a look at Amazons. How are they doing?
Yeah,
and which build up they picked?
Looks like the rules went for a quick small residence and already shoveling the iron smelter. Interesting.
Yeah, we see that there's a small difference between the playing the 2 versus 2 and according to normal random, because normally players which are playing the Amazons are going to play the big residence, and here we see that none of them is going to. Oh, sorry, no. Captain Obvious is going to place the big house. So only Rules choose to pick other build-up concept.
Yeah, Captain Nob is playing pretty solid, and he's also going for the middle mountain very fast, but Rules is as well, although he chose to simply build towers one after another, whereas Captain Obvious went for the Pious Street. Not sure which one is better, maybe a bit more efficient by Captain Obvious, but I think they should capture similar mountains. There's quite a good sulfur maybe in the middle. Rules uncovered it already.
Yeah, Rules went for a really fast geologist. Maybe he's going to make some fast mines.
And he's going for the medium house. I mean, he doesn't probably have a space for the large one, but I think he should just take the land on the right and build the big one there.
Yeah, we see that he only needs 1 Fearles to take a small part of the land outside, and he will have a place for the big house.
Maybe it's part of the build, I'm not really sure. I want to take a look at the Romans, though, because I've noticed before that ZWQ went for the winery very quickly. He built it before the first sawmill, and that's insanely fast. Although, yeah, Suma is similar with that regard, so either they prefer that fast, or yeah, I'm not really sure. Or they just didn't have enough space for anything else, and they just decided to build that winery.
Maybe they noticed that the point to win is to kill one of the Amazons. We'll do that fast. We'll take the glory.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the game plan for both. You can see also Rules is very not as tight as ZWQ, but he's also patrolling the middle. He doesn't want any spies to get in, and I think none have gotten so far.
We can see that both players are using soldiers to spy very fast the opponents to know that what are they going for.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a good idea. If you can't get in with a spy, usually sending a sword will do it. Although I think it's a bit too early. Like before minute 10, you won't really see much, because unless they're doing the crazy rush with like 2 big temples right away, then there shouldn't be any indicator of anything.
Especially on spots that are so far away from each other.
Yeah.
So it take about 2 or 3 minutes to went with soldiers from one side to another.
So Rules is going for the medium house and shoveling a weaponsmith already. As a second stonecutter. Probably will add a third one, and he found the sulfur, but there's no gems inside, albeit he has not really searched all that much mountain. And there's
I
a big
think that
ass. Yeah.
if you take the camera and Nebius, we can see that he got a bit small lag. It's because that he got 25% for the diggers, and he were missing only a few people that could transport the wood to the big house, which is not so close to the sawmills. That's why he's a bit lag. Because it's possible to get the big house a bit faster.
So what's your percentage usually in game in terms of diggers and carriers?
I prefer to play like 20, 20, and 25%, and then you can use 5 pioneers like Captain Obvious did to get away with the tower to the middle, to the mirror of the map, and also you are not missing the people because you can anytime you can change the pioneers back to people.
So you're not building the small house usually with Amazons?
It depends on the spot, as always in randoms. But on this spot, I think he could go for the small house as Rose did.
I'm looking back at the rules again, and he's building the weaponsmith. He's already finishing the iron smelter, and he's going for what I believe is a gold ore in the north side part of the mountain.
We can also see that the very good timing of Suma with the swords, that he's entering the land of rules and see what is going on. That's rules is making the smith so fast.
Yeah, very nice scouting by Suma. That's true.
Yeah.
Immediately knows that something is fishy going on. He might be able to see the pioneers taking the gold in the left hand side if he chooses to go there.
He have sent a message to Captain Obvious that's what is going on the land in the rules, and Captain Obvious also is making the smelter and the smith.
And Captain found the gems. They're very close to the starting tower, and Rules did not find those. It's a bit unlucky, but I mean, he chose to send the geologist far away. Sometimes it's just better to send them to the closest mountain you have.
Yeah, and it looked like only one small point to the right, and he could hit the gems, and he didn't. Yeah, that's sad.
It's also an indicator that he's not spying, because and mirrors, you don't always have to search your own mountain. You can send the spy to the enemy and see where they found the mines, and use that.
Yeah, you can speed up your build up because you know where to place the mines.
And so in terms of buildings, the Captain Obvious managed to finish his wood production. There's only two stone cutters, sorry. He probably needs a third. But whereas Rules plays for 2 sawmills only, and 2 foresters as well, already has a weaponsmith. Slight advantage there, and he goes for 4th stone cutter, interestingly.
Yeah. Maybe let's check what's going on in the Romans. I think both of them are playing quite aggressively with smiths.
Yeah, you can see ZWQ already has one, making swords, whereas Suma also has one, but not making weapons just yet. He will be also making swords. And he needs that medium house before anything can happen, though. And I can see that ZWQ has a perfect knowledge of that, because there's a spy right by Suma's weaponsmith.
Yeah, exactly.
The Rules caught a lonely soldier from Suma. Nice pickup early on. If you're planning to be aggressive, those mean a lot. I mean, there are 21 soldiers. If you kill a bunch, the
I think Suma is quite a bit panic because it's out of the settlers at the moment. Maybe it's only a small lag, but it's out of settlers.
Yeah, the builders, they walked away from that house, and that's very unlucky, because it was needing only 1 stone, and they walked away, and it slows down him very much. So he's not taking land, and he doesn't really have places to build new buildings because of it. So I'm curious, what's the plan from Rules and ZWQ? Weapon exchange? But who would send to who then? I guess Rules to ZWQ, but then, as you said before, like, ZWQ is a bit far away from Captain Obvious.
Yeah, I think that's the really. It will be really hard to rush any site from the WQ because the way of you need to walk.
Yeah, Rules still has not found that mine, the gem mine.
But he decided to place the gold mine and store the gold ore.
Yeah, he's like 18, right? To have the next spike.
Yes. After those changes, we need to have 18 ores to get another spike.
There's a sneaky spy going down north. I think he saw the gold mine from Rules, standing right outside the border. I think it's Captain Obvious's spy. Captain has a farm too, so they're not too scared because he chose to build the farm before. I mean, he built the smith and then the farm. Now building the 2 temples.
Yeah, for a long play, the wood industry of Captain Obvious is quite impressive, and it will be a huge advantage.
Yeah, with every minute I think he's catching up to Rules, who's only working with 2 installments currently. So they need to they need to deal some damage. I wonder how good the Rules' mines are. The coal is 0%, but it's only now starting to work. The iron is pretty decent, and so is the gold mine.
75% at the moment with the gold mine of Rules.
The Rules forgot to send the swords on his market, so the weaponsmith stopped working. A bit unlucky.
You can check the middle map. We can see that Suma sends soldiers and places them at centrally, the point of the mirror. Maybe he wants to have the control of the way they are going to attack, to move the soldiers from the middle map.
I mean, that's a smart plan, because they don't, he doesn't really know where they will attack. I mean, ZWQ might as well go across the map to him and kill him. I think sending some spies in the middle would also be advisable.
I think that they are very well informed, because still at the ZWQ lands there is a spy from the Captain Obvious. He will notice for sure where the WQ is going to, or from the other side, if the side that Rules will go to also will know.
ZWQ adding another weaponsmith. Has not built any fishes just yet. And I think he should. And the Captain Obvious already building a large tower, so that he will focus his defenses by the weaponsmith. Possibly surrender that middle tower. He's so needed. Yeah, unfortunately Rules has not found the gems just yet. He found them on the south mountain, but not the ones that Captain Obvious has.
If he sends the spy, as you said, he could notice that without wasting time for searching the mountains.
Looks to be an all-in from the WQ at least, because he's not really taking any more land. He has a bunch of settlers, but not really pioneering anything. And he's a bit of a stone situation right here. He's lacking stone because the stone cutters already cut the fields nearby.
We can check the numbers, the swords which were made. Let's check. The Captain Obvious already made 8 swords, while Rulers made 12, so it's not much more, only 3 swords more. And let's check Suma and WQ. Suma is already made 11 swords, while ZWQ is made 14. So in both situations, there is only advantage of three swords per side of the mirror.
Yeah, they have an advantage of level though. The WQ already has level 2, I believe, and Rules will have it shortly, whereas Suma shouldn't be even close, right? Because his large temple is halfway done, and he will have some trouble probably finishing because the stone fields are very far away. Captain Obvious is a minute or two away as well.
Yeah, I see.
They're furiously pinging the middle of the map. I'm not sure why, but... And Suma is sending a bunch of spies in the middle of the map so that he will see in case the WQ chooses to go for him.
Yeah, in this situation they need to know very fast where are they going, because if they do not notice that, one of them will die.
Rolls added a beekeeper's hut, although he's not building he's not building the sulfur mine just yet. He found the gems, so maybe that's why. Yeah, but they need to make something happen at this point, because Rules has still 2 sawmills, no farm, as Captain Obvious has a farm and 3 sawmills working for some time already.
Yeah, for their own play, it's really big advantage, and if they won't score and beat one of them, the game is over for ZWQ and Rules.
The only issue for Captain Obvious I see is that he's not making another house, he's only working with the 100 people he got from the large residence.
Yeah, but he still have a lot of pioneers that he can change back to. I think that he's safe for another 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's starting recruiting now. And ZWQ is not really moving out just yet with his level 2. Oh no, he's going north, which Captain Obvious is very much aware of.
Oh, I think that they're trying to attack, and Suma is moving to Amazon.
Yeah, Rules also making some pressure up north.
Look at ZWQ, the land between ZWQ and Captain Obvious. He know that ZWQ is coming because the spy is already been killed.
Yep. Yeah, I think so far they don't have enough. They have a bit of a combat power because they're both mining gold ore, so they should have both another spike. Rules does, probably ZWQ will have it soon, but they just don't have the numbers so far, I think.
Yeah, there's no advantage of soldiers at the moment.
Suma arrives in time. Not many soldiers, but I mean almost 10. It's a significant boost, especially when you're defending.
Maybe let's check the combat power. It's enough gold ore or ZWQ because he took the
40.
24, so it's enough.
So ZWQ should wait a little bit for Rules, which is pushing up north. He's a bit farther so far.
He already lost 3-4 soldiers.
Also, Rules has to be careful because Suma is moving out with his level 2 souls, and there are 2 unprotected, fairly unprotected 3 towers from Rules, which can also fall due to counterattack. The first order of business, block the barracks, done. He should send them some pioneers as well, I guess, destroy the mines.
Yeah, to absorb soldiers of the enemy, and also could...
They are
trying to take soldiers away from the towers, but Captain obviously noticed that and moving back. And now they are attacking from both sides.
Yeah, now the fight is going to go down. Rules should have a freeze, but so does Captain Obvious. I think they have a bit more soldiers, but obviously the defender's advantage is the combat power.
Yes, that's right. Oh, one freeze
goes down. I think that's too good of a freeze because there's nothing hitting those soldiers. And then also freeze on WQ's soldiers. I mean, green soldiers are dying like crazy. I don't see it working, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that the strategy that they had wasn't designed for the spot that are placed so far from each other.
Although they're not giving up though, because Bruce does have a farm now. I think he should add another sawmill. And ZWQ, yeah, not building much, but doesn't look like they're crushing just yet. But I mean, they're now in big trouble, Rules is especially.
But what did you say about the settlers from Captain Obvious? It's right. He's out of people now.
Yep, he's desperately trying to get more by building small and medium residents.
Yeah, it's the fastest way to recover some free settlers. What? Let's check what's going on in the south. I see some crazy way from ZWQ's pioneers.
Yeah, why is he going that way though? I mean, there's a shorter way across, like over the mountain.
Maybe he thinks this the best, the flattest way, the flattest terrain on the map for him to build. Look at Suma. He already is there, so he noticed that a bit faster than ZWQ.
There's a counterattack going down from Suma and also Captain Obvious, but I think Rules should have enough soldiers to defend it for now at least. There shouldn't be any more spells, although there are some more soldiers coming down from Suma on the right hand side, a few more.
Yeah, but not true, let's notice that.
They just have to micro correctly at this point. They have the numbers advantage, but yeah, as you said, Captain Obvious is not producing currently and will not be producing for at least a few more minutes, and they decide to retreat.
Yes, and units from both of players are quite injured, so they need to take a recovery on Doctor.
Now Rules is building another forester and a woodcutter. Possibly will add the third sawmill. And yeah, he's building the sulfur mine just now. So I guess the game will go on. Let's see for how long. I think now Suma has a bigger advantage over ZWQ because ZWQ will run out of starting food very soon.
Yeah, I think that the reason of that is that Suma went to the middle of the map where the land is more flat.
Yeah, he has that farm built already, and I think he has more wineries at this point as well. ZWQ has only one. Let's see if they decided to do a counterattack again after Captain Obvious recruits some more soldiers, because we have to understand that he has already 3 weaponsmiths. They will soon be working, all of them, I presume. Two laboratories, so that's plenty of gold. Let's see how that mine is.
Yeah, it might going to happen.
Yeah, that gem mine is 40%, not too good, but I mean good enough, I guess, to make some gold.
And he also is making gold from labs, so it's not a problem for him to get a spike.
And funnily enough, Rules still has not found the gems that are right under his nose.
Yeah.
Also, he needs to be careful because he has that tower north, and Captain Obvious has a spy right next to it.
Oh, look at the middle of the map. I think that some soldiers from some Rules are moving to Suma. Aren't they? See, between...
ZWQ, you mean?
Between Rules and Suma, the middle of the map they are moving.
Oh, here, I see, yeah. That's true, and I think they're not spotted, right?
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, but Suma has a few soldiers by the towers, that's not good enough. Maybe if he pulls them back? Because Rules doesn't know, he doesn't have a spy anyway.
Yeah.
So he's going in blind.
Yeah, none of them don't have a spy.
I mean, Suma is a veteran player, so he knows that he is supposed to defend that tower.
And unfortunately, Rules does not have a spy, so he won't be able to see whether they're going or
I
whether
think
they're there.
that spy is coming, and he doing quite a good thing. I guess he said he went with the spy and went and wait for a good moment when Suma moved soldiers out from the only tower he had. Then maybe it's an option. Oh, maybe not. Now he's moving. If he will be discovered, so
Yeah, the spies that you mentioned are far away. They're only now approaching the mountain on the left, and he's already attacking. Yeah, a bit unlucky, because that could have been deadly.
yeah, that might be an option for him to make some damage and change the game.
Going straight for the tower, has 42 combat power, so that's another damage spike, I believe, but I think the numbers are just not enough soldiers here there.
Yeah, it looks so.
Yep, the Amazons just have too little combat power and HP.
And yeah, exactly, and HP.
Yeah, ZWQ tried to distract Captain Obvious, but it didn't work. And yeah, and Rules lost even more soldiers now, so he's even more open to any potential counters.
However, 2 smiths are working currently, and he is going to run another. So this build-up isn't so bad, because it's part to play a lane soon, because he's still in game.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Captain Obvious is only scrambling now to use that wheat he's been collecting. We're now adding the bakery and the grain mill.
Yeah. Only 2 breads left at Rule, but I think he also will have some fast bread soon. So it's not an advantage. Still not enough advantage, I think, for Captain Obvious to kill one by one versus one with the rules.
There's some wandering soldiers from ZWQ on Suma's land. I think he was searching for the tower south. Not much to be found there, though.
I think that ZWQ should use the pioneers that he had to push Suma to Suma's land, and it could get his soldiers out from the towers, and then the rules could attack. And there was the option, because he doesn't have many soldiers at his land.
Yeah, Suma got a bit scared. I feel like from just those 3 soldiers from ZWQ, and he pulled like all of his soldiers from the middle of the map towards his own land. Surprisingly, though, he's not building another tower just yet.
Well, what we can see at Suma's land, he's going for three small temples, so he will get converts advantage faster than the ZWQ, who still had only 1.
Yeah, that's true, and ZWQ also crushed his big temple, so only has 1 priest currently. And Suma is keeping tabs on ZWQ's development. He has a spy by the farm, so he knows that he's a bit ahead in that regard, and he's probably also aware that he will be ahead in terms of the convert that you mentioned. We'll see, maybe they will decide to attack with the priest, because they already have some gold.
I think it's the smartest way for them to win it in a safe way.
Captain is still struggling with settlers. He built those houses, but he still hasn't built any large one. Yeah, so he has to build the medium ones. It's always painful with Amazons, because they're so... I mean, the big ones are just so cheap that you want to build only those.
But yes, but maybe one of the reasons is that he's making too many buildings far from each other, not trying to concentrate them at one place. It's moved the settlers from him for a long time.
Yeah, I'm very scared for that tower from Rules in the north, because that spy is still there. They still know that it's there. I mean, it's unprotected completely.
And both teams are still making only swords, right?
Yeah, no. I think that Suma and Captain Obvious started to making bows. Also, the WQ changed the
Yeah, but
the
it was
weapon
recent. Yeah, it must have been recent because the majority of their army is swords. Yeah, but does Captain Obvious have level 2 for bows?
Yeah, no, not
he
yet.
doesn't.
No. No, I think they noticed the only option they left, and maybe Rules is going for that. Maybe he's going all in to Suma.
Yeah, but
No, he's moving back.
yeah, Suma
But
is well aware he has the spies everywhere.
Yes, but look, the swords are really fast. Suma doesn't have enough soldiers. If Rules will go all in, went all in to him. Oh, look, the tower. You noticed that there are swords, but to the north of the Rules, Suma tried to take it.
Yeah, but he didn't send enough. I mean, he should just... I mean, Rules doesn't want to crash it because it's a safety tower in case he gets attacked in the middle. But it's very risky to keep it that way, I think. Oh, he crashed it just now. Okay.
I see only one option for Rules and ZWQ to win this game. I think that Rules should go all into Suma's land before he gets the convert, because Suma had only one tower. There are plenty of soldiers, according to Rules, if he went all in. And there is an option, the only option, I guess, to kill Suma. Of course, Rules will die too, but then they will play 1 versus 1. Or ZWQ could try, but he's quite far.
Yeah, he's a bit too far, unfortunately. And but I'm not sure if they have the information. You know, I don't think Rules knows that there's only one tower from Suma. I don't think he has any idea. I mean, he knows what the tower is, but I don't think he knows it's the only one. And yeah, Suma is going for that tower north, which is already destroyed, by the way, but he will try to capture it. Suma is speeding up his production currently. He doesn't have a big farm just yet. I mean, the terrain is just horrible. But he has this farms working, whereas ZWQ is starting only to develop in the south. I mean, he's doing a fine job. I think he's a bit fast. He will be faster than Suma if he keeps up that pace.
Suma is using fish for the iron mines only. So, and that's why the reason it's still working. Oh, Suma is missing only a bit to have a convert advantage.
There, Rose is sending a few swords north. I'm not really sure if he's sending them or just going back patrolling. But or maybe he was, yeah, maybe he spotted the swords from Suma and he was chasing them. That could be the case as well. Yeah, but Suma isn't really in danger of that tower. He has a priest nearby and has a bunch of soldiers, so they would have to send like all of Rule's army. Ideally.
Exactly, and I think in 30 seconds to 1 minute he will have convert, so he could feel quite safety.
Yeah, the WQ doing a bit of a trash talking. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can see it on stream. For those that don't know, they said they've lived longer than Generalen, which is...
Yeah. It was quite interesting game, and I think need to analyze it.
Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't cast it.
Yeah.
So if you guys scheduling your games, try to not do it when other games are planned. I mean, I know it's often not possible, but keep that in mind. Like I'm looking now at Rules and Captain Obvious, and they're comparable. I mean, they both have 3 weaponsmiths working. They have 3 beekeepers hut. The Captain has a farm, whereas Rules has 2 already. Alright, I'm not missing anything. Yeah.
Well, we can say that his wood industry is not oversized. He's using it quite ethically, and it's working. So quite impressive.
Suma is sending something to Captain Obvious. I'm not really sure what that is. I can see the donkeys going down middle. We'll soon find out. And he sent most of his soldiers to Captain Obvious now, and he will attack from 2 sides, I guess, because there is another group of swordmen in the upper right corner.
I think that Rules noticed that and informed ZWQ because he's moving soldiers to the north, but I think it's too late because the way between those players are too far.
Yeah, and Rules doesn't have mana at all, so he even won't be able to delay.
Yeah, and we can see Suma's crest also at the captain of his lands, and here we go. I think it's the final attack. We'll finish it.
Yeah, see how they play it out. Captain Obvious has all the gold, almost 60% combat power, whereas Suma doesn't have gold at all, so they don't have a spike. A bit of a mistake right there, I think. Yeah, not even single bar. Let's see how Rules chooses to defend it. He's building the mines to block off the pathways, but there's still plenty of space for them to come in. And ZWQ is quite far away, although he's entering Captain Obvious's land, but he obviously moved the towers to the middle, so he will have to go all the way across. Now, I think they should wait for the soldiers from Suma up north to merge and then fight them both.
Yeah. The old school fight, I think, swords versus swords only.
Yeah, Rules is doing a pretty good job so far, delaying and fighting pretty good angle. But there is a convert going down.
Yeah.
There's no freeze from Captain Obvious though. I'm not really sure who's winning though.
I think the Rules is over.
I'm not really sure. He still has 20 soldiers left, and all of the Suma soldiers died because he didn't have combat power. I mean, it's going to be close. God damn it!
Yeah, they are already attacking the tower.
Yeah, but there's reinforcement coming from north. There's only level 1s from Captain Obvious south, and ZWQ is merging, attacking him from the south already.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
Pretty close. Whoa.
ZWQ going for the gold, I think? No, just go for the towers, buddy. Rules is... I think he will die though, right?
No, where is he going? Why not attacking towers?
Oh yeah, he messed up a little bit.
Now or never.
Yeah, Rules will die, unfortunately.
Yeah, like...
Why isn't ZWQ going for the towers? I mean, he would have killed Captain Obvious easily, I would say.
Yeah, I think so. I think that too. The problem is that he didn't have spies and didn't know where the towers are placed.
By the way, Rules is alive. Rules is alive because he finished the big tower in the middle, and ZWQ chooses to block the barracks instead. He's sending the pioneers for the gold. He will take it though, and I don't think they know where the tower is from Rules. That's very funny. It's right under the nose.
Yeah, same as the game mind on the Rules. Oh, I think that game he already discovered the game.
Yeah, finally. but now, unfortunately, Rules is marching soldiers to his only tower, and I think that way they will discover where it is. I don't think he should do it. Oh no, they went back. Holy shit. But they're about to lose the gold.
Look at the WQ kills. They are taking the gold from the Captain Obvious.
And Rules led them straight to the tower. I don't think he has another one, right? Maybe he's building one somewhere.
Weakness on swords. Yeah, they are taking the last tower of the Rules.
Yeah, but it's so bad because they had no idea. He led them right through to it. Or maybe they did.
Look at forts of Rules. They are the Suma's land now. and he crashed the tower.
Here's another one in the south, but he doesn't have the soldiers there, so he cannot build.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if ZWQ can do it. There's many towers to take, and he's out of soldiers already. He took the goal,
Yeah.
but for how long?
Yeah. He should. I think the better way of using Fearles was to build the barracks.
Yeah, you're right, because he's not really gaining anything
Yeah.
from that.
No, I think it's over.
Yeah, have no army left. And Rules died, by the way. I didn't see the sign, but he's dead. He doesn't have any more towers there.
Yes, exactly.
So ZWQ killed a few buildings, but that's no real damage. Did he leave, or I don't think so, right? It looks like he left, but he's still alive.
But I think we should say about the defensive defensive rules. He did it very well. They almost missed, and if ZWQ had more a bit luck to take the tower from Captain Abuse, then the game could still be playing.
Yep, he should have went for the towers straight away or help Rules, because he was left alive for longer than anyone expected, I feel like.
I still see the spy of ZWQ at the north of Captain Abuse mines between the suburbs. So I think he know that where the towers are and didn't go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, also last minute decision to go for the gold. Maybe they thought when they take the gold, Rules won't die, but I mean he didn't have any soldiers to defend, so
It could work, but he should take the gold faster. That was too late. Almost all damage were done with gold, so.
yeah, they call in GG and he crushed. Alright, I guess they're processing the loss.
I think it was quite interesting game. And
Yeah, nice back and forth.
Find directions.
Yeah, nice plays from both sides. Nice push. Then with the convert, and nice defense by Rules. A bit of an unlucky rush at the beginning, but I guess they managed to recover and drag the game for a bit longer. Okay, let's take a look at the stats.
No, there wasn't a big difference between the number of soldiers in Rules and Captain Obvious, with 15 units.
Yeah, I mean 10 on my stats, 10 more for Team 2. They had twice as much gold, but the gold ore does not count into the stats. So I think maybe the combat power is more or less even. More mana for Suma. That's why he had a convert. I felt like ZWQ was a bit too passive at the south, and they just did not realize that Suma is pushing in Rules. Or they realized, but it was too late. Because imagine if ZWQ had his soldiers in the middle of the map with pioneers waiting, he could have just do a counter immediately. And
yeah, he was standing there. He could take both directions to attack Suma or attack Captain Obvious. But he took his place on his land, and it was too far to react on the situation going on.
Exactly, a bit unlucky, but yeah, nonetheless, very interesting game. GG's for both teams. That it was a winners bracket game, so Rules and ZWQ are by no means out of the tournament. They go into the losers bracket, in which I think they will do very good, because we can see they're pretty crafty boys and they can play long game as well. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Vasco.
Yeah, we wish both. I also thank you very much, and I wish both teams to have a good games in another tournament.
All right,
okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks.